After an extraordinary campaign, a former president running for re-election, a sitting president bowing out, his vice president stepping in. And since that moment, 3 months ago, the race has been a virtual dead heat, reflecting a sharply divided nation. The first poll set to close just a short time from now in some of the key battlegrounds. But this election, like many before it, may call for patience. The race for the White House may not be decided tonight. Different states with different rules. It could take some time to tally the vote, especially in such a close race. But we will get results in some of those key battlegrounds tonight. It will all begin to take shape within just a couple of hours right here live on ABC. So watch it unfold right here. In the meantime, the first exit polls are coming in tonight. What voters are saying after casting their ballots on the economy, abortion rights, immigration, and border security. Nearly 86 million Americans voted early, tens of millions voting in person today across this country on Election Day. This line right here snaking down the street at a polling site in Philadelphia. Former President Donald Trump with former First Lady Melania Trump casting their ballots today in West Palm Beach, Florida. In the last 24 hours, Trump's last day on the trail, the former president making stops in 3 battleground states, still campaigning after midnight in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Vice President Kamala Harris stopping by the Democratic Party headquarters in Washington today, pitching in to make calls to voters. The vice president crisscrossing Pennsylvania on her final day of campaigning, finishing with a star-studded rally in Philadelphia on those famous museum steps where Rocky trained for his underdog win. And tonight, the first clues from the preliminary exit polls, voters from early voting and from in-person voting on this election day reached by phone, text, and email. Voters were asked what was their top issue. Out of the 5, the state of democracy topping the list. 35% said it was their top concern. 31% said the economy. 14% abortion. 11% said immigration. 4% said foreign policy. Voters were asked, do you believe our democracy is secure or threatened? More voters say it is threatened than secure. 73% said it's threatened. 25% said democracy is secure. And on candidates' favorability, 44% said they see Donald Trump favorably. 54% see him unfavorably. 48% of voters said they see Kamala Harris favorably, 50% unfavorably. They are preliminary exit polls from across the country. It is still very early. John Carl standing by here with what he's just learned from his sources inside both campaigns tonight, how they're feeling about the early vote and what they're now seeing today on Election Day with turnout. But we begin here with ABC's Barry Bruce on the Harris campaign.
Tonight from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to Snellville, Georgia, and Detroit, Michigan. Long lines of voters snaking through the battlegrounds as this hard-fought election finally draws to a close.
How you doing? Have you voted already? You did? Thank you.
In Washington, D.C., Vice President Kamala Harris making a surprise stop at the Democratic Party headquarters, working the phones, speaking to voters, and even their children.
What's your name?
Thank you so much.
Sage? Hi, it's Kamala Harris. I can't wait for you to grow 10 years more.
Harris closing out her campaign with an upbeat, optimistic tone, not even speaking Donald Trump's name in the final 24 hours, which culminated in a massive rally at the Rocky Steps in Philadelphia.
My entire career has been driven by a singular purpose: to fight on behalf of the people. On behalf of the people. And it is my pledge to you that if you give me a chance to fight on your behalf as president, there is nothing in the world that will stand in my way.
Before, Harris going door to door in the must-win state.
I just wanted to come by and say I hope to earn your vote, and I want to just thank you for just giving us the time.
Pennsylvania, the linchpin of her strategy. The Harris campaign telling us they knocked on 100,000 doors there this morning alone before 11 a.m. An all-out effort to get out the vote. Former President Trump, meantime, visiting his campaign headquarters in Palm Beach, Florida, sounding confident.
It's too early to congratulate, but we are hearing it's record kind of numbers.
Across the battlegrounds, election officials say the vote is going smoothly. From Arizona,
everything in the state of Arizona is running about as smoothly as it could be.
To Michigan.
There are literally parties at the polls, people dancing, people celebrating, which is kind of what today should be.
To Georgia.
We're battle tested, and we'll have a process in place. We'll make sure we follow the law, follow the Constitution, and report the results accurately.
All right, Mary Bruce back with us tonight at election headquarters. And Mary, going into today, Election Day, here in America, the Harris campaign obviously took note. In the key Rust Belt states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Harris held a slight lead in the early voting. Of course, that's over Republicans. The other category, independents, we just don't know. It's sort of a black box of voters. Are they confident they got the turnout they needed today to compete against Republican turnout on Election Day?
David, the Harris campaign tonight is quick to note that turnout today was up across every key battleground state. They see those long lines, and they believe that that is a good sign for them, that her broad coalition of supporters is coming out. So tonight they are cautiously optimistic. Now, this evening, Kamala Harris is having dinner with her family at her residence in Washington before heading to her watch party at Howard University.
All right, Mary Bruce with us here tonight. Mary, thank you.